What's up, YouTubers? Today I'm going to talk to you about crashing. What did he just say? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's like saying Beetlejuice 5 times, right? Wait. Some of you might not know who that is. It's like saying, Voldemort. Yeah. Well, I got a couple of tube mails asking crash terminology here. So, I don't know how I got linked or how I got those, why I got those messages. I must have said something in the comments somewhere or said something in one of my previous videos. So, I'll talk about that terminology. And while we're at it, I'm going to talk about dynamics of a crash. Well, when there is a crash, it's not just because of one thing. Usually it's a whole bunch of, it's a combination of things. So think of it as like two sprockets connected by a chain. Kind of like the way your rear wheel is driven. If any link in your chain is gone, you can't drive that rear wheel. So, as an accident was, to minimize or reduce the chance of accident, you minimize as many links of those as you can, as possible, to prevent you from being linked to a crash. Or, yeah, right. Yeah. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? That is actually Disneyland. That's not Knott's. So you minimize. Obviously, there's certain things in there's certain links you can't control, like, you know, road conditions, weather, stuff like that. So the things you can control is, like, you know, your rider skill. You could practice certain things, stuff like that. So one of the two mails was asking, what's a low side and what's a high side? So the low side is when you lose traction and your motorcycle slides out from underneath you. Ironically, of the two crashes that I had, I was injured in the low side, but not the high side. And yes, it didn't happen at the same time. And then the high side is when you're losing traction and then all of a sudden I just slipped, and I got distracted again. A high side is when you're losing traction and then all of a sudden your rear tire just grips again. So it's really violent. And I didn't get injured when I high-sided. I did, my legs were bruised because I tried to clamp onto the ramp. Did I say clamp onto the ramp? No. When I high-sided, I tried to, with my thighs, I tried to squeeze the tank of the bike as hard as I could. And that caused the bruising because it was, yeah, it pretty much threw me off. And no, that wasn't on the 250, obviously. Yeah, which makes me wonder why I even got the tube mill. I haven't crashed in over like, is it like 6 years? 7 years? I'm kind of curious how I got linked to those questions, but I don't think I've been in a crash. Yeah, it's been like 6 years. 6 or 7 years since my last crash. It kind of sounds like a group meeting of some sort, doesn't it? Yeah, hi, I'm Reload, and I'm a crashaholic. I've been crash free now for 6 years. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about the low side, we talked about the high side, the dynamics of the crash. Do you have any questions about anything? Feel free to ask, you know, about anything. Anything.